Good morning, guys. Just woke up and it's time to work on some basses. Today we will be creating a bass sound from Seven Lions and Crystal Skies track Zozo, and this bass sound is the first dubstep bass from the first dubstep drop of that track. For this tutorial I have partnered up with Black Lotus Audio once again, so thanks to them for sponsoring this video. Be sure to check out the preset file and the wavetable down below in the description, and I think we are good to go.
Let's begin. For the first oscillator, I'm going to use one of the custom wavetables from Black Lotus Audio's melodic dubstep preset pack called Odyssey, and we are going to use the last words wavetable. Now we have a link for you down below in the description where you can download this wavetable and also the whole preset file. So let me just go ahead and pull down this oscillator one octave by holding Shift and dragging down this transpose knob. We are going to use two voices and pull down the detune. Then I'm going to apply form scale on this spectral morph knob, and we are going to pull that down slightly. Let's listen. Now for the second oscillator I'm going to use basic shapes, and I'm going to pull this down 2 octaves. We are going to frequency modulate this first oscillator with the second one, so I'm going to turn down the level all the way. Let's use this spectral morph on the second oscillator and choose inharmonic stretch. Now I'm going to use this frame knob to scroll between waveforms in this wavetable. And we are going to choose this square wave. Let's apply some inharmonic stretching, and as you can see, it pretty radically changes the waveform. So that's great. And now we just have to apply the frequency modulation by choosing this FM from oscillator 2. It sounds good right about there at 26%. Now I'm going to turn on the oscillator 3, and we are going to use this oscillator as a sub for our bass sound. So let's go to the basic shapes, and we can leave the waveform to sine, and I'm going to pull down this oscillator 2 octaves. Then I'm going to choose direct out from this routing menu, and that causes this oscillator to be directed right out without any effects or filters, so it's just this pure oscillator coming out from vital. This is what we have so far. It sounds great already, but we have to get some movement going on. I'm going to use LFO1 and create this following shape. Then we are going to add this LFO1 to the levels of oscillator 1 and pull it down and have it being modulated by the whole LFO amount. We are going to do the same thing to the third oscillator, pull it all the way down and raise the amount all the way up. I'm going to also use this LFO1 and have it modulate the frame knob of oscillator 1, and let's pull the amount back slightly. Then I'm going to apply this LFO1 also to the spectral morph of the oscillator 2 and have it being modulated by quarter of the amount. Then down below here we are going to choose only one voice for this sound, and I'm going to pull back the spread knob and assign LFO1 to that one as well. And what this does, it makes the sound mono at the start right here, and then it adds some width to it once we go through the LFO1, so we can listen to that effect. The sound is kinda opening up on your speakers or headphones. Now we have some movement, but we are also going to add LFO to make this sound a little bit more interesting. And what I really want to do with this LFO is to add some wobbles or growliness to the sound. So let's go to the format and choose this first one. And these format shapes are really great for adding that mouthiness or growliness to the sound. So let's hear what this sounds like. This is really essential element of dubstep basses or growl basses. So by automating all of these parameters, we can create some really cool tonalities or different types of growl vowels. And with this sound, I'm going to pull this format transpose down. I'm going to have the spread around 20%. I'm going to pull this format down a little bit. And let's pull the peak down. Then I'm going to also pull down the mix, so we only get some of the format effect. Now I'm going to add the LFO1 to spread, and then I'm going to use this LFO2 with the default shape and add it to the transpose of this format filter. Let's pull it back slightly. So now let's A and B this. This is the original, and this is with the filter. Now this filtering took off a lot of the high end, so with the effects I'm going to try to bring some of that back into the sound. Let's move to the effects section. Here I'm going to start with the chorus, and I'm going to pull down the mix and raise the depth, and then I'm going to follow up with some distortion to bring that high end back in. We are going to choose Seinfeld. And instantly you can hear it adding some of that high-end crunchiness back in. Now I'm going to amplify this effect by using this multiband compressor, and the stock effect is a bit too much, so I'm going to pull back the mix. Then I'm going to add flanger and I'm going to pull down the mix. Then I'm going to take out the feedback all the way and lower the center down a little bit. Then let's pull back the depth and we are going to apply the alpha 1 to the feedback, so it creates this pretty interesting effect. I'm going to pull down the mix a little bit more. Now I'm going to use EQ to constrain this sound a little bit. It's pretty messy, so we want to take all of the low end away from this main sound since we already have the external sub going outside. And that's one of the really important things to do with your sound design. So here we don't want two bass sounds to compete with each other and cause phase cancellation. If you want to learn more about phase cancellation, just leave a comment down below and we can cover that one on a different video. With this EQ, I'm going to go over here and change this low cut shape, and we are going to use the alpha 1 to move the cutoff, and that sounds pretty cool. Then I'm going to use this notch filter on the band section and let's pull it down a little bit and also apply the alpha 1 to that one. And we want to have that moving to the opposite direction compared to the low band. That's pretty great. It creates even more of that wobbliness or growliness, and it's really cool way to add some additional movement to your bass sounds. Now the last thing I want to do with this sound is to add reverb, and we are going to EQ all the unnecessary frequencies away with this built-in EQ, and I'm going to pump up the size a little bit, turn up the time slightly, and then pull down the mix to around 5%. A little bit reverb on the bass sound can really bring them alive, but you want to be really careful with the mix. So let's listen to what we have. That's it for this sound. I hope you learned something new and useful. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the bell so you won't miss any of our uploads. If you have any tutorial requests, please make sure to leave them down below in the comment section.
So I hope you learned something new from this tutorial. Please let me know if you'd like me to recreate more bass sounds or do more vital stuff, and be sure to check out Black Lotus Audio if you enjoyed this bass sound. If you enjoy dubstep music, melodic dubstep music, they have a lot of preset packs around those genres. The Odyssey melodic dubstep preset pack is my favorite one, and I think I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya!